Hello everyone. Well, I'm going to have to start this unboxing in the kitchen because this box, as you can see, it's a little bit worse for wear. This box has been outside for a week in the rain because the nice Hermes courier decided, because I wasn't in on the Saturday it was delivered, in fact I was away for the week on holiday, but because I wasn't in, instead of taking it back or delivering it to a neighbour, they took it round the back of my house and dropped it over a tall locked gate where it remained for 7 days with a lot of wet weather. So when I got home there were a few snails on the side of the box. I noticed from the bottom there's the handle of the Hoover Junior that this box contains sticking out, and it's been in my garage for a day to dry out a little bit, so I thought I would open it now. So I think I'm going to have to open it, see what I've got, and probably have to clean and refurbish it before I can even switch it on, if it survived being left out in the rain. The box, it's hard to show you how big the box is, but most of you know the size of a Hoover Junior and the sort of box it should fit in if you dismantle it. This is at least 4 times the size it should be. And it looks like it's been taped up by Hermes for some reason. So I don't know what's happened to this, because I got an email when I was away on holiday saying it had been delivered on the Saturday that I left, and then I got another email a few days later saying it's going to be delivered, I think it was the following Friday. So I don't know what's been going on with this. I've already told the seller that there may be problems, and I'm going to make a claim if there is. She said she packed it inside a bag, so it should have survived. Well, let's see, shall we? The amount of wasted space in this huge box is ridiculous. Would it have been difficult to find a smaller box, I wonder? Oh, dear me. Well, I can see just here part of the Hoover Junior. Because there's so much cardboard just thrown in here, it might have survived. Hopefully a lot of the water. And actually, oh, what else am I going to find in here? That's the point. It's been in my garden for a week. Yeah. What's this? I've got an authorised return label. Well, it said they've made three attempts at delivering this. 3 attempts. Oh, what a mess. So I don't think this is the box that it was delivered in. Because it's not, it's not in a bag. And it's been partially disassembled. Oh, this is ludicrous, isn't it? Oh, right. Well, hopefully it doesn't look too bad, to be honest. It doesn't look too bad. Let's just take it out. And we can see, oh, that's good. I thought the screw was missing from the middle. Well, it's not the middle screw. No, that's actually on here, on the cord doobry thingy-majig. It's not in bad condition. But let's just put that to one side and retrieve the handle screw. Now there's supposed to be some dust bags with this. I expect they're not in the box. No, so it doesn't look like it. Yes, it was supposed to be supplied with some genuine Hoover Junior bags, but there's nothing at all in here. Yeah. Right, young fella, my lad, I'm sorry to disturb. If you just like to release your it'll hurt. If you don't know, I'll just have to pull it off from the cardboard. Just here, folks, we have a snail that doesn't want to release itself. That's it, off you go. Oh, I think it's done a poo as well. There we go. I think that's a first on my channel, isn't it? Finding a snail. What is it, folks? I've never understood this. What is it that when somebody sees a slug, it's ugh. But because a snail has a little shell on its back, we think it's cute, or I don't know, do we? Anyway, I'm just going to crush this to death. Of course I'm not. I'm not that sort of person. Now I'm going to release the snail into the garden where it can eat some of the plants, I know, but yes, don't keep going. I'm going to put you... I don't want to touch it though. I don't want to touch the slimy snail. So I'll just pop this in the garden and continue with this video. I thought I'd just show you what I've found so far before cleaning it up properly and finishing this video in the living room with my studio lights and everything, so you'll be able to see it a lot better. But it's in fairly good condition. I've just taken the motor cover off, and on this later Hoover Junior, which I believe is from 1982, the motor cover now incorporates the rear wheels, so that's a change from earlier models. And yeah, there's the flash plate here, that's in pretty good condition, or the flash pad, sorry. So that's got plenty of stick left on the cover there. That just needs, it's just dirt and fluff, isn't it? There was a little bit of moisture, and still is. The main bit of moisture I found was on this brush roll, which is painted cream. The bearings feel quite smooth, so that needs a clean, and I need to dry it off, make sure it's a bit of new lubrication on it. The brushes are in good condition, and the belt was quite tight as well. So I'm just going to just vacuum out this fluff. There's some threads over the spindle there. I don't know if this has been looked at before, because I can't see a suppressor. This era might have had a smaller square suppressor somewhere else, but normally the suppressor's located here on the Hoover Junior. But perhaps they've done away with it. So anyway, there it is so far. I think it'll have survived. I don't want to turn it on just yet. In fact, I'll leave it a day inside my house. I'm going to vacuum this out, wipe it down, and leave it for a full day before attempting to switch it on, which I will do right now. Well folks, it's a couple of days since I started filming this video. The snail was released back into the garden, where it is currently munching through a lot of the plants. Now, I haven't actually switched this on, but it is looking a bit better. It looked fairly good actually, to be honest, when I got it out of the sodden box. But after a bit of a wipe, a bit of a polish, and a little fix that it needed on the handle, it's come up pretty well. It was only when I was cleaning up this machine that I realised it had discoloured slightly. It looks pretty fine in this colour, it doesn't look discoloured, but we can see the telltale signs of a slight colour change if we move the furniture guard, and you can, I think, clearly see it's a couple of shades lighter. I think Hoover classed this as honey beige, this colour. I do have a brand new motor housing, the complete thing without the switch and front and everything. It might be the original colour. I could possibly change it. I might try a bit of retro brighting later on, but I'm not too bothered. It doesn't look bad. And if you didn't know the original colour, you wouldn't really know that it's changed colour slightly. You can see though, it's got quite a nice shine to it. It has cleaned up very well. The worst of the damage is just here. There's a little bit of a scratch here. Again, I could sand that out with various grades of sandpaper, ending with the finest grade and then polishing it up. But I'm not too fussed about this. I'm going to remove this sticker, but I thought I'd leave it on initially. If I'd bought this brand new in the 80s, I would have removed all the stickers from the machine anyway. We can just about see that it says power edged cleaning plus brushing right up to the skirting board, that would have said. But that's going to come off. Just remove that bit there, because I don't think I'll even try and keep it. I don't think it's worth it. I've got a record of it there on video. I think, yeah, I might as well just bin that, peel that off and bin it. We've got the Hoover height control here, 4-position height control. So at the moment it's set on the highest setting for longer pile carpets, but you can lower it down for medium pile, short to low, and then finally lowest pile carpet tiles, very short pile carpeting. Normal carpeting, it would be on that sort of setting. For the carpet in my living room, I'll probably try it on the highest setting initially and then lower it down. At the front of the cleaner, we've got this cover plate that you can remove using a Phillips screwdriver, and under the cover plate there's another plate that just clips in to cover the belt, and it also seals in the suction. So unlike earlier Hoover Juniors that you removed this cover plate and inserted the hose, with this style of Junior you use a pan converter that fits over the agitator. Quite easy to fit, but I think the suction is slightly degraded using it that way. I like the way the previous Juniors had the hose attachment. It was easier to fit, but also it removed the belt from the pulley. So I think it just increased suction slightly because it wasn't brushing the carpet, using the energy to make the agitator go around as well as producing suction. But I think most people who bought one of these probably didn't even buy the cleaning tools, or if they got them free, they were seldom used. This is the combined on-off switch and handle release pedal. This was a feature first introduced on the U1036. I have one of those if you want to check my channel. So this is a descendant of the U1036. This is a U1104, I think. I'll check the rating plate underneath. So basically with this style of pedal, you press it lightly to lower the handle to the operating position. If you want to clean under furniture, you'd press it again, and then the handle goes to the horizontal position. So basically, one light press to release the handle, and then another press to turn the cleaner on and off. Here's the underside of the cleaner. I haven't done very much with this at all, apart from taking off the motor cover and vacuuming out the dust. The handle release mechanism wasn't working after I reassembled it. I don't know if it's something I did, but anyway, it was a little metal pin that sticks out from the handle release pedal that had fallen out, or it moved. Once that was properly inserted, I'd fixed that small issue. And you can see on this later restyled Junior that the rear wheels are now incorporated into the base plate, so they've certainly simplified things underneath. Here's the rating sticker. So it's Hoover model U1104, serial number U1104 209-09375, which dates this machine to September 1982. The 2 after the model number donates the year this was made. You need to know the decade this came out. It's certainly not from 1972 or 92, so we can definitely surmise this machine was produced in 82. 240 volts, 50 hertz. It's a 300 watt motor made in the UK by Hoover Limited. Naturally, being from the early 80s, this upright vacuum cleaner uses a disposable bag inside a cloth outer. So the bag I haven't cleaned up. I've used a bit of SIBO Duo P powder on it, rubbed it in and vacuumed it off. It was pretty good anyway. I'm not going to wash this for the sole reason of keeping this Hoover logo intact. My early U1036 did used to have one of these on the mustard coloured bag, but after gentle hand washing it was removed, so I'm not going to risk it with this. This logo is perfect, it's in very good shape. I don't want to risk that washing off. The bag is pretty clean anyway, so we'll leave it as it is. So inside the cloth outer bag I fitted an upgrade to the single walled paper bag you'd normally have in one of these. This is a SIBO bag, but it's a SIBO BS36 bag, which they're slightly bigger than the Cibo X series bags that you could also cut to use in these machines. This is not even a genuine Cibo bag. I just got a cheap generic Cibo bag, cut the top off, and it fits on, as you can see, in this rather old-fashioned method using this rubber band here. You have to fold the bag and then very carefully put the band over. It's a lot trickier than doing it with a paper bag because obviously this fleece material is a lot thicker, but you can get a nice secure fitting. Here's another sticker at the top of the handle. I might leave this one in place because it's still in fairly good condition. You can see at the top a British Bulldog. This one's made in Britain and the Hoover logo. Before I plug in this Hoover Junior, I'll just show you the plug. It's a Dura plug, a very robust type of plug we had back in the day. And this one's actually got insulated pins. I'm not sure when they introduced insulated pins. This even has blue and brown on the pins to denote the neutral pin and the live pin. This could be original to this machine, being in the 80s. I think possibly, I do remember seeing this Dura plug in the 80s, but whether it was available in 82 I'm not sure, but I have a feeling that that is the original plug that the first owner of this cleaner fitted to the end of the cable, because as many of you know, electrical appliances back in the day, right up into the 90s, weren't fitted with plugs. Some were as a selling feature, but mostly you had to buy your own plug and fit it yourself. Okay, well, I'm going to plug the Hoover Junior in now. Now obviously this cleaner was left outside in my garden for about a week and we had a lot of heavy rain. So hopefully it survived. Fingers crossed. It looks very good. The motor's very dry. No water got into the motor. There was just a bit of dampness around the agitator. So let's try it. I'm not sure if it's going to switch on. I don't know if I left the switch in the on position, but we'll find out. Here goes. Nothing's happened. It's not a bad sign. It could just mean that it's not switched on. Right then. Bit smelly and a bit rumbly, but that's okay. It's left a nasty mark on my carpet, which hopefully will come off. There's certainly suction there because it was more or less sticking to the carpet. I'm going to have to move this back and forth. I've got it on the highest setting. Well, there's certainly no rumble from the agitator, so I do think it's going to need a new belt. I do have lots and lots of belts for this cleaner, but they're somewhere at the back of the garage and I can't find them, which is why a few days ago I ordered a packet of 2 belts from eBay, but they're not here yet. Ah, well, the belt has slipped off entirely, so that might have happened when I initially switched the cleaner on. All I have to do is remove the front cover. Is that the correct size? Yeah, just about. So remove the front cover first. With the front cover removed, we can see this additional cover plate, which is vital. So if you're going to buy one of these machines from eBay or a car boot sale, second-hand, you need to check that this is in place, because without this, it's going to lose an awful lot of suction because the suction won't be sealed in. So we need to remove this. I mean, saying that, there are no suction seals on this. Hoover didn't bother sealing in this. I'm not sure if it will lose much. It's a fairly tight, there is a gap either side. We can just about see, hopefully, the fan which on this generation is now plastic. On the original U1036 it was metal. So the belt has slipped off. If you don't know which way the belt goes, there is a handy little diagram on this cover plate. And unlike previous Juniors, the belts on the later style are flat. Normally, I believe they are ribbed on the other side, and this is completely smooth, so it certainly does need a new belt. Let's try and put it on the correct way. Is it that way? I think it is that way. Excuse my hands in the way, folks. I'll just push it on. There we go. You can just about see that. Yes, that's correct. We'll switch on. Okay, let's try it again. Well, yes, that's how I expected a Hoover Junior to sound, at least a Hoover Junior of this style and from this era. So despite being left outside all week, it's survived pretty well. I'm not sure how many vacuum cleaners will survive a long time in the outdoors, but certainly this Hoover Junior has, and really quite pleased with it. Well, there you go. Despite that this old girl is knocking on for 40 years old and was left outside for a week, I don't think she's done a bad job of cleaning up that mess using the famous Hoover "it beats as it sweeps as it cleans" action, which is where my channel gets its name from. If you have any comments or questions about this humble but pretty effective Hoover Junior, please comment below, and I'll see you all very soon for the next video. Bye for now.